computer. Look at that. We are recording. Welcome, everybody. So I think where we left off, and I apologize for skipping last week. I don't remember what the reason was, but I had a good one. I couldn't be here, but I don't remember why now. But it's a week ago. Who knows what happened a week ago, right? But where we left off 2 weeks ago was the first thing we were going to do last week, which is now tonight, is go over, both you and Karen, you and Charlene, we're going to tell us how you're using Trellis, or give us some Trello. Okay, so that's right. I take
cello.
Anyhow, so are we on for that?
I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, awesome.
Down.
What, TJ? Are you saying
I
something?
said I'm down.
Oh, okay, cool.
Can't you hear me? Yeah.
The sound quality is not excellent for me right now, from you. So it's okay.
I had trouble. I don't know what he said.
Charlene says she didn't know what you said either, so we're having a sound issue. Well, Karen, you've got the show.
Can you tell me what to do? Share screen, is that what I do?
Okay. Yeah, what I need to do is I need to give you permission to share your screen.
Okay.
So I'm going to make you a co-host, and while I'm here, I'm going to make Charlene a co-host also, so you can both share. Okay, so now, yes, you can share your screen. So do you see the share button in the bottom menu bar?
Yeah. Do I need to minimize this?
Nope.
Okay.
You should be able to just hit the share button, and then a box will show up, and there'll be
okay.
The upper left corner says share your screen. There you go. You're sharing your screen. We got you.
You'll have to call your Trello screen up, obviously.
Yeah. So I was prepared to do that, but it's like hiding back here. So hold on.
Wait a minute. Are we seeing your screen, or are we seeing my screen?
I don't know. Maybe you're seeing your screen. I don't know.
Yeah, we're seeing my screen. Let's try that again. I don't know how that happened.
It's Zoom.
Oh, I know how it happened. So
on my end, it says host disabled participant screen sharing. That's what it's saying when I click on the button.
Well, let's fix that again. Make co-host. I don't know why you weren't the co-host. Okay. That should be fixed now.
Okay. All right.
Tim, did you just turn your camera off, or are you, did we lose you?
Screen.
He's frozen.
TJ? There we go. Now we see your screen.
Okay, hold on now. All right. This is my Trello board.
Okay, so let me ask you a favor. Assume nothing.
Okay.
What does the word, in Trello, when you say it's a Trello board, what does that word mean? What does it refer to?
Well, a board is kind of like, a sheet of paper. A blank sheet of paper.
Okay.
And, but you can do all kinds of neat things with it that you can't do so easily for organization on a blank sheet of paper.
So are we looking at one sheet of paper right now, or 4 sheets of paper?
One.
Okay.
One sheet.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe, you know what? I think what I'll do is I'll just show you what I've done with mine. And then instead of going through like teaching you how to use it, how about if I send you, or everyone, I'll send a link from like a YouTube that's like, I found one that's like 15 minutes long that takes you through everything about how to do Trello.
Okay.
but for this right here, I'll just show you what I've done in relation to this class so far.
Okay.
So, and if you will, I don't know if anyone has a way to look at their, or if I should pull it up, let me know, but I could pull up the Go for Yes Masterclass, because that's how I'm getting all this information. Could you, or should I pull it up on my end?
Um,
Or is that not necessary? Okay, it's not, probably not necessary.
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay.
And and listen, don't be nervous. I think you're a little nervous about how, that you may not be an expert on this.
Yeah.
It's really okay. None of us are experts on it. So,
okay, so I'll just start with module 3, but I will also show you how I would go about starting a new, like in 2 weeks, we're going to be on module 4, right? So right now we're doing module 3, and that's right here. When we get ready to do module 4, I'm just going to go over, and I'm just going to move this out of the way here. I'm going to, right here it says add, what does it say? Add another list. Okay, so this is how I make a new one of these, and I'll press on that, and then I can, I'll name it module 4, and then I don't know what it's called. Oh, here it is saved right here. And then it's called, the sacred Go for Yes. Anyway, that's what it is. So then see how it just popped up right here. And then at this point, I go in and I click on add a card, because this is where I'm going to do, like, this is session 1. This is going to be number 1, and it's called Getting Past the 6 Limiting Beliefs. Okay, so then that's like module 4, session 1 right here. And then I open this up, and then here's where I start. I actually watch Stacy's presentation, her little video, and then I just start typing notes in here. And then I'll show you what I type. Like, so here is module 3. And this is where we're at. So this is what we've already done so far. This is the title for module 3. And then this was the session 1, the 4 types of alignment. And then I just, you basically made notes on everything she said. That's, so I'm just reviewing, and then instead of writing it down by hand, which I normally would do, this is just a lot easier. And plus it stays in this format. So I like that. I can always go back to it. And then here's number 2. And then again, I was taking notes. And again, number 3, I was taking lots of notes there too. Also, you do this description up here, and then you can also write other things down here, like other comments, like, here's another comment, and then just save that. So there's lots of different, ways to add your thoughts or whatever. You can label these. I haven't done that just because I don't find it's important right now, but some people definitely really like to label their, just depending on what a label color would mean. like you can label them with colors, and then you can call it whatever you want. You can name green would be all done or something like that.
Sure.
You know.
Okay.
So anyway, that's what I've done so far. Because I joined a little at the end of module 1. I still would need to go back and do that's when I came in right here, session 7, to your group. So that's where I started. And then I did, I would need to go back and review the beginning of module 1, and I can easily do that. But, and then this is all the rest of what I've added to, since we've been doing this little meeting thing. So here is what we did this week, which was 5. And I did a big long thing on that. It was quite a long, she said a lot in this one. So I took a lot of notes. And then I also did number 6 right here. So any questions?
So do you keep your prospects in your list and show the due date, and then it will
Yeah,
send you a notice?
you can, I have some other boards here, and I have a contact board.
Mhm.
I actually have 2, one there, and then like what does CRM stand for?
It's an MLSP.
Customer relation management or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, those are similar. Like, I don't know why I have 2, but you can do, look, these are all my boards. They're all like little notebooks, each one. It's like
They're
a
like
little
folders.
notebook.
Yeah. I think of them like a folder or a notebook, and then you can,
Yeah.
like, I've got a Stacy board and I've got
Yes.
a board. Yeah.
Yep.
That folder is going to keep my notes however I want to keep them, or I can keep
Yeah.
prospect board.
Basically, however you want it, however it makes sense to you,
Right.
you can do it however you want to do it. So.
Right. Well, when you do your prospects, I haven't done this, but Stacy said that you put them in there and then you put a due date and it will send an email reminder to your email, which would be pretty cool to follow up.
I think you can do that.
That's what she said, but I haven't tried it yet. But that's what she does. That way you don't miss appointments because it reminds you.
Mm-hmm.
Can
like
we go, do you mind, I guess this is a contact board, huh?
This is a contact board, and then see, here's where you can do, like, I have one in here. This is one, and you know, here's where you can add more, and then so these would be brand new people coming in.
Now,
And then
these contact templates, is that something you've created, or is that part of
You
it?
create all of it.
Yeah, let's see here.
You call it whatever you call your board, prospects, contacts, whatever you want.
Well, okay, but I understand that. But
Yeah.
on the contact board, there's all these contact templates. Is that a creation of you, or?
So see right here where it says make template? You can make your own template.
Mm-hmm.
To have it however you want it to be.
So did you make these templates, this template?
I actually took a little class for Trello, and it's a friend of mine. In fact, it's her, Eva Hilstad, and she has a Facebook group called Your Online Business Organized, and she's a Trello expert, and so I learned some of these things from her.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
And other things I learned from places I did some searching online, just getting stuff from YouTube. But like, here's another one. Let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, like contacted, leads. Here's leads, people you've contacted, people who have a meeting scheduled, proposal, invites, contact again, one, lost. So you can do it however makes sense to you.
Right.
Yeah,
but the reality is with many of these kinds of systems, people that have used it for a while have come up with clever ideas. So I don't want to have to reinvent the wheel. I'm looking for, how do you use it?
Well, as you can see, I need to start using it more. But, some people have used like spreadsheets. That's probably a pretty common way to keep track of your contacts too.
And I'll tell you in all honesty, I have used spreadsheets for a long time. And after a while, my spreadsheets just don't work very well.
Yeah. What's the problem that you find?
I get too many people and no clever way to search for them. And I mean, there's just so many little things. And I've tried so many different uh, uh, strategies. But no, I just haven't done well with spreadsheets.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think they get too long and pretty soon you lose everything.
Yeah.
I'm hoping with this, now I will say this, I haven't done a lot of prospecting in Trello yet, but because Stacy does. But Austin said, and I kind of, I'm a phone person. This stays in my head. I've got them in notes in my phone, and I'm kind of like Austin. That's probably where I'm going to keep them. I'd set up a note on somebody. It's so easy, and I can be anywhere and look it up, see what, put a little thing I've sent them. So prospects, I'll probably keep in here. The only thing I like with Trello is the sending you the email to remind you. But then you do that email every day and look.
Also, Trello has a phone app. You can use Trello with your phone.
Yeah, it does.
So you don't actually have a board that has a lot of, or maybe 10 different contacts on it.
No, not yet.
So
what you do is you set up a card for each. I would set up a card for each name. Is that how you do it?
Yes, that's the idea. You do a different card, add another card, and let's just say here I'll just put Len on here, and then I can move Len around like that. You see, because I contacted Len. I put all your information in there. Let's just pretend I did.
Oh, now I see. Now I see the power of this. Because now after you talk.
Yeah, and then I can put everything about you. You lives in Mexico, or whatever. I can put your phone number.
Yeah, I mean you can make notes. Which is good.
Yeah, and you can make that little template like I showed you, or I could even pass that on to you, and then so once I contacted you, depending on what happens with you, I move you over to reschedule the meeting, or I sent you an invite to something.
Right. Yeah, and see.
Or I plan to contact you again, and this one is for you were receptive to my opportunity. I won you, or you can name it whatever you want.
Yeah, sure.
And this one is you're gone.
Now I see the power of this.
Right, and you just have one. The next person you make a new card on them.
Yes.
So they don't get all mixed up like they do in spreadsheets. I probably should look at the Trello app for the phone. Because I could do that. Now,
another thing,
I use my phone.
Another thing that is neat, that when you bring people in from a spreadsheet, like let's say you have a list of like 50 names off of your spreadsheet and you just copy them and they're copied on your computer clipboard, and you can come over here to this right here, and then you can, well, let's see. Oh, okay, add another card. You're going to then do this kind of thing, paste right here, and paste in all those names. And then it's smart enough to know that it will make a new card for each name, a separate card.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it will.
That's cool.
Yeah, so you don't have to do each one manually. If you have a nice little list already done, you know.
So
of
if you
names.
type 10 names in there, it would make a card for each one.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I wish I would have a way to show you that. I would need like a list of.
We'll just make up some names.
Yeah.
Wait a
Put
wait a
three names
wait a
in
wait a wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got. I'm going to send you a list. We'll
Oh,
see.
you are? Okay.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah,
I
like-
can't.
Well, she could just type any names
Never
in there
mind.
for a test.
Yeah, I
Well,
can't. But
The
I
thing
can't.
is, it needs to be in my clipboard
Right,
for
never-
me to be able to. Let me just I'll just do it this way. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
Just put test and then make up some names.
Right.
But I didn't know that part. I need to look at some YouTubes. I just kind of played around with it and figured it out.
Well, what I was going to send her, and it's not going to work easily because I'm recording this, is that I have a list of all of my Vibride contacts. It's an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't want that in hers. You need that in your. It won't put
Well,
it,
I'm just going to use it as an example, you know,
oh, okay.
because that list is sitting there on my computer. But
Yeah, I've got a couple hundred of those I could put in my Trello. I have to do that.
so this is intriguing. This looks like, yeah, I like it, and I'll tell you one thing I like about it too is about an hour and a half ago, I started to prepare for this session tonight, and I was going back through my notebook trying to find all my notes that I've already made from and they're so scattered all over the place because notebooks tend to get, you know, I get Stacy Hall on one page, and the next page is a wake up call, and the next page is Johnny Wembry, and you can't
All right,
find
so
anything.
I'm ready to do it. Let's just see if it works. I'll show you what to do. So you do the right click, and then you paste.
Okay.
And then it should.
How's it going to make them a card now?
Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, see this? Create 10 cards. Create just one card or create 10 cards.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
See that?
Yep.
And then
You
you
just
do
get- you
create
get
10
create.
cards.
That's
Create.
awesome.
And see all this here? All of
That's
those.
awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
I like it.
I like that too. Yeah, laying back on your notes, when I got on Trello, I went through my notes and I set up a Stacy template. I set up an Aaron template. I've got an IBOOM template, you know, a Lynn template, whoever I want in there. And then you can just go back to your notes so easily. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I have 5 notebooks and I still pull them out and I'll take notes, but I'm trying to get them in here because ultimately they'll be organized in here.
Yeah.
My notebooks.
So
they
yeah,
get to
there's
be a
just,
mess.
you can just do a board for anything at all.
Mhm.
Okay.
So here's my back to this.
Mhm.
So Karen, a practical question. If we're on a webinar with Stacy and she's teaching something, do you have your Trello screen open and you're typing notes into Trello, or are you watching the webinar?
Okay, so what I do, first of all, if it's not something that I can go back to, like on Facebook Live, I can go back to that and I'll give myself, I'll watch the webinar, sure, but if it's something I want to take notes on, I'll definitely go back because I can't type that fast, you know? I mean, not as fast as I need to be sure that I'm not missing everything or that I'm getting everything I want to. So if it's something like a webinar that I don't have access to in the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I can't, it's not going to be given to me to watch at a later time. I have a program called Movavi. I can do screen recording. I could screen record anything from my that plays on a video.
What's it called?
Here, I'll show you. I'll just.
Never heard of that either.
I will type it out here, just right here. just so you can see it, Movavi. I paid money for that though. It's a video editor. You can do all kinds of things with this video editor, and I like it. But I'm sure there's others too, but that's just the one I chose.
Okay.
Well, I have a video editor. Maybe I don't know if it'll do that or not.
So the reason why I got it is because I wanted the ability to be able to record anything on my screen, like a webinar. I have the capability of doing that if I want to.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, one of these days I might find a pen. I guess it's not today though. Okay, Movavi. Well, I can always go look up recording.
But, you know, I'm sure there's others too.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
just the one I picked.
When I'm watching a webinar where they're doing PowerPoints and stuff, I usually use Jing to do screenshots and just
I was
record
gonna
the.
say,
Yeah.
Not with my phone. I was on
Screen-
one today and
Yeah, I used to do screenshots too, but then you have like a whole bunch of screenshots, and then you kind of lose the context of what they were saying
yeah.
at the time. It's not as good as watching it for sure.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's not. It's not. It's just highlights.
Yeah. So then what I'll record a webinar, and then if I want to I'll go back and review it and watch it slowly.
Yeah. Okay.
So I can take notes better.
Yeah, I agree with you too. My typing skills are such that I couldn't be typing into this
You know,
while I was
actually-
watching a webinar.
Actually, I have really good typing skills. I have no problems with the way I type, and I can actually type really fast and quite accurately, but not as fast as people talk, you know.
Well,
I just can't do that.
I don't have, my typing skills don't let me type fast and accurate.
Yeah, I can type really fast and accurate. Always
So,
have.
did we want to talk about what Stacy's thing? It was really good today. Number 5 and 6.
Yep. Did you watch number 5 today? I just watched both of them again.
I did. I watched 5 and 6, and I thought it was really good. This is where you really want to, again, she shows you how to get really good with getting content for your posts and stuff, how to do that.
Right. So does somebody want to walk through the sequence that she teaches there? Since you've just watched it recently, do you want to do that, Karen?
Okay, well, I'll just pull up my notes here.
There you go. Look at that.
Yep. So
It's a
she
good way
says
to
that
share
it's,
them and stuff too, isn't it? I hadn't thought of that.
what was that?
It's a good way you could share notes with somebody too, like that, you know. To
Actually, you know what you can also do? You can share boards. So I haven't done it myself, but I'm pretty sure I could share this board with you guys.
Yeah, I think you can share them because I think people at work share them. Yeah.
So yeah, at the beginning of this video, she said, you need to now learn how to get in. This is all about getting into communication mode and how to match your products to your audience. You need to get back into connection with a major problem that your audience has. Okay, and then she's just saying, you have to remember, most likely you're talking about yourself when you used to have this problem. Whatever it is that you've decided you want to talk about to help people with, it's probably somebody just like you.
Mhm.
And these other people in your audience had your same problem that either you've completely solved or you're in the process of resolving because you're further on down the path. So she gives lots and lots of just examples just to get it in to get you to understand what she's talking about. First, she wants you to identify the bigger problem, and she talks about lots of different possible problems you might have, like you might have some kind of pain, either physical pain, emotional, or both, and you or they would want to have that pain eased or relieved. And then there's a problem, and then what they want is instead of the problem, they want their problem gone. So, and there's all kinds of, problems people have, either with pain or emotional pain or all kinds of body pain. There's all kinds of pain. So that's one.
Pain.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing she does in this is she gives examples of taking the broad problem and defining.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I'll get you to that.
I'm sorry. That's later on. Okay.
That's part two. So see, look here. Here's part one.
My
identifying the bigger problem. See that?
Right. Okay.
And then she gives examples, all kinds. So then she says, don't worry too much about demographics right now when you're identifying the bigger problem, because that's going to kind of fall into place after you figure out the part two, which is the smaller problems that come off the bigger problems. And that is, and then she goes into details about how to find that out. Someone who might be overweight, they have these kinds of problems. They don't like the way they feel in their clothes. They have a hard time finding clothes, all of these things. And then she gives all these other examples, how to pinpoint these other little problems that are off of the big problem. So she recommends having at least, what did she say? She recommended at least 5 to 7 smaller problems. She also shared all about her particular problems that she had in the past, and she went into pretty great detail about her experience wanting to leave her corporate job. She didn't know how to do that, and then she wanted to replace her income by having her own business at home. So here was all her problems. She named 6 of them, and then those were her little problems off of the big problem. She just gave her all those examples. Identify 5 to 7 smaller problems, make a list of them, then assign a day of the week for each problem, and then just be consistent to do that week after week, day after day. And she gave a lot of other examples for that too. So
she's going to post. She's going to post on each one of these given days one of these little problems, huh?
Right, and it's not. It's not just either
each day.
Yes, it's not just a post. It could be a post. It could be a talking in a video. Or whatever method you choose, basically.
Right. Yeah.
So has everybody advanced in defining what their overall overarching problem is for today?
For today, what do you mean?
Well, I know you have, Shirley, and I think I'm pretty much getting there.
I don't know what you meant for today.
Yeah,
I've done all that. I've gotten the days of the week like she talked about too, when I'm supposed to post.
So I'm, for me personally, the one thing that I'm really and I have actually one-on-one session with her tomorrow, but I've been doing Coffee with Len for 8 years, and I'm trying to decide whether I should dump that and start to post daily, or if I should turn Coffee with Len into the subtopics and have a day of the week.
Turn into the subtopics. People are used to it and just turn it into your subtopic.
And I do have, and I am, it's amazing how many people are actually watching it but aren't commenting. I just,
Oh, it's always that way.
yeah.
They're following, they're looking. I have the same thing, but they don't want to comment. And I do think, I'll tell you what I really think too. People have picked up on if they comment, a lot of people are going to go to Messenger and go talk to them. Sometimes they don't want to be talked to. So they just don't comment. I think people have definitely picked up on the flow of how that works.
So are you not talking to us anymore, TJ?
I think he's still frozen.
Are you froze, TJ? His face is moving. His hand is up in the air.
We can't hear him.
Is he flipping me off?
Maybe.
Anyhow.
He can hear you, we can't hear him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I figured that out. Huh? What's that?
Back to Trello, the notes really I hadn't thought about. I do know I remember it said like teachers sometimes are using this in the classroom though to teach online. I used to teach online, but this would be a good way. You could give them assignments, you could pull up stuff, go over it. They could share their work back with you. I mean, it's got lots of different functions, ways you can use it.
Awesome. I like it. So,
Yeah.
Karen, you want to jump to the next chapter?
Okay. Let's see if there's, I think this is.
You are
done.
hereby the designated instructor.
Oh, really? Oh, great.
They all teach
So,
here.
Karen,
That'll teach me.
many years ago, a mentor of mine taught me the following. He said, never become good at something you don't want to do.
Right.
As soon as people
Well,
find out you know how to do it. No, but this is awesome that you've got all this done. And so
Mm-hmm.
I really like what you've done here. You've really done a nice job.
thanks. All right. Here's
But
number 6.
You realize if you want to now, I mean, you have all the material here to do your own webinars on this topic,
I
do
know.
trainings.
That's, that's another reason why I'm doing this. It's because so that I can reference this easily in the future, and go back to it and kind of just make it my own if I need to, and do something with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can do webinars and Zooms, and just you have to make it your own. I mean, you can't
exactly. I know. I
it's
wouldn't.
not hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, and plus why I wanted to do this class with you, because you're meticulously going over these, modules and everything, and that's just what I need. So thank you.
Well, we all need, I mean, believe me, when I do things like this, I'm doing them for me.
Yeah.
And the reason, for
me
exactly
too.
the same reason, because
Yeah.
if I don't go back through my notes, I've got to go back through them and revisit the stuff and try to settle it in and implement it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm just the same. Believe me.
So
Okay.
awesome.
All the trainings I've been going through lately and taking notes and reinforcing it with groups like this or Zooms that I do, I've really, in the last couple of months, I see the picture of what to do. And then before, there was just stuff, oh, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do that. I didn't really have a plan. Now I know what I need to do, what order I need to do it in. Now, I didn't know that before. I was just hitting and missing, throwing out posts, doing live, throw something on Instagram, throw something on YouTube. That's not how you do it. I had no plan, really.
Right.
I have a plan now. And everybody that I'm taking training from is saying the exact same thing.
It's awesome.
The way
it's
it works.
awesome, Shirley.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, in this one, she talked about how to scientifically engineer every social post to solve their pain points and get paid. And this is the one where she has the famous sock post.
Right.
So does everyone know what that one was?
The what now? What'd
The
you call it?
sock, the Vox sock.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I have Vox socks.
Yeah, Charlene's one of the people that bought the product. Maybe not off that post, but she's got the Vox socks.
I
Okay.
wanted to try them, and I'm still debating.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I
Yeah.
mean, if I wear them all the time, they may do a lot more. And I'm still open-minded.
Yeah.
Too hot.
She just basically says how to tie a product or service that you might be selling
Mhm.
to a particular pain point that your audience is definitely
Mhm.
experiencing. And
Right.
then this one that got 141 comments and 58 reactions, and she got 6 new team members in 24 hours.
Yeah.
And she described multiple pain points in a storytelling format. This post was successful because she didn't shove the company or the company's list of product benefits or how they work at the audience. She put in a lot of detail, how it was working and relieving the pain points in a compliant way, and people were begging for more information,
Mhm.
making them work to ask for the information, not the other way around.
Right.
And this is the go for yes way.
It's curiosity post is what it is, but yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot more than just simple curiosity in the way she structured this post, though. There's a lot of really clever ideas sitting in here.
Well, this is a longer, but yeah, I mean, there's.
I mean, it's definitely worth going back to this session, looking at her post and trying to copy it and put it into some other thing that you have, like not exactly, but, telling a story, pointing out pain points and making that kind of your own thing, like she did.
Yeah.
I would be worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that whole telling the story. Yeah, she went up. See, I meet with her twice a week now, so I've kind of gotten everything she ever said, I think, but which is good. I'm still meeting with her. But this telling the story thing is another thing that I've really picked up on lately that I didn't really understand before either. I don't know. Maybe my mind just somehow is synthesizing stuff better than it ever did. And I don't really know why.
Well, I think the answer to that is that there's so many different things that we could be doing, and over the years we get hit with all of them, and it takes a long time to begin to actually assimilate it all into a coherent picture.
Well, I think that people like Austin and Tim and Stacy present it in a way that it does make a cohesive. I don't think everybody has the ability to do that. And I know we've had other trainings.
Oh, I agree. But
I don't get that.
But
and
it
I've had not only that person, but others.
I agree.
Those 3 people, when they tell me something, it makes sense, really. It just makes sense.
Would it have made sense to you 10 years ago?
I think the way they presented it, it probably would have.
Because I think for me, I wasn't ready to actually be able to see the entire picture the way I am today after years of experience. Yeah.
But I do believe it's the way they present it and put it in the context. I think before I just had too many bits and pieces and not really had a whole.
Yeah.
But it's all coming together. Oh my.
But this post is, and I would agree with you, Karen. This session is only 7 minutes long. The video is only 7 minutes long, and it's worth watching that video multiple times and assimilating the psychology behind it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what her thought processes.
Right.
The psychology behind it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's obviously a very successful post. And so awesome.
Well, she had a pretty powerful story to go with her socks too. And that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, she had they really dramatically got her up walking, whatever, 6 miles or whatever, but where she wasn't even getting out of bed. So I mean, that's a really powerful story. I don't have that big of a story to tell about the socks yet.
Well, if you go back and
Might
listen,
get one.
if you listen to that 7-minute video, she doesn't use that power. That she doesn't. I mean, she doesn't go into this as how she got out of bed and she couldn't walk and she went 6 miles. I mean, that's not in the story.
Really, that's the story she told us.
Yeah, but just
It's
Yeah.
it's yeah, it was
Oh.
more about her going shopping, Christmas shopping or holiday shopping, and
right.
how she normally would have been in a lot of pain because of that, and she found out that these socks in all these multiple different ways really helped her, and in a way that she thought that she would never be able to experience that. After shopping all day, she felt fine, basically, with no pain, and
Mm-hmm.
that was amazing.
Well, I think
Yeah.
it's the same story. The one she told in ours was she was out walking, and then all of a sudden she realized that she was walking further and further and further and not having the pain. It's kind of the same story.
Yeah,
When shopping, she was just out walking.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, and I've only worn the socks a few days. I haven't worn them every day. When it gets cooler weather, I'm gonna wear them every day. I do believe they help. I just haven't had a chance. It's too hot to wear socks right now.
yeah.
I haven't got a chance to really give them a good try yet. But I believe when I do, because I walk every day at the gym and places, I'll give it a good try. I'll find out more myself. Lots of people testify they work. I don't know.
So just to wrap that up, it said here that anytime that you find a way that your products or services help you, then share that with your audience. There's a good chance that other people could benefit from knowing what you found to help you. They could probably help them too.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yep.
Great job, Karen.
Yeah, good job. You know, while she's training, she's actually doing a sales pitch too. All trainers do that.
Who?
You know, Diane Hockman talked about that. You
Stacey?
steadily drop hints.
Well, of course.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they do.
Well,
But I mean,
it's the only reason to do this. Why would you get out of bed and do this stuff if you were?
no, but I mean,
You got to put food on the table.
yeah, but I'm just saying they're doing a training on how to do something, but they'll slip in their examples. Yes, it makes perfect sense, but
Of course.
I think before Diane Hockman said it, I hadn't thought about it. Let's put it that way. Not that Diane's a big fan of mine, no. But
All right. Cool.
but
Awesome.
Yeah, good job, Karen.
Thanks.
Awesome job. Yeah. Well, are we all done with this for tonight?
I suppose.
How about how's it going with your class, Len, with Stacy? You're having a one-on-one, but like
Well,
last week.
Yeah, and the next session is tomorrow morning. And I mean, basically what we did last week in the live session is we spent most of the session fine-tuning individual stories. Like if somebody asks you, what do you do? And I'll give you, this is the one I worked on basically with Stacy. I'm supposed to have this memorized by tomorrow. And I've you know what? I haven't memorized it.
I've
Okay.
got mine right here.
Yeah. So it's who's your audience and what do you do for them? And so, and what's their problem? So for me, as an example, as people age, they become increasingly concerned about losing their health, ending up in a wheelchair, a rest home, or worse yet, in their children's basement. I have a system that helps people age with health, vitality, and wealth and stay active until they die. That's not exactly what my written statement says, but it's close to that. Okay, so but who's your audience? What's their pain? And what do you do to solve it? And what you do to solve it is it's not a product. It's a system, a method, an idea, you know,
A community. Mine's a community or
yeah,
a
a
podcast.
community. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
TV, whatever.
I actually had a community that I had started some time ago, and we've started a new one now because we're just going to abandon the old one and start fresh. But it's it's active aging community, and I think you've got something very similar going, Shirlene, right?
I have fit and healthy at any age.
Yeah.
Mine goes a little different focus though, because I'm doing recipes and
Right.
exercise and aging. I'm doing a lot of aging research, which I found off the topic interesting. If we live long enough, we're going to be able to live a long time. The research is out there. It's amazing what they're doing.
No, that's right. Well, as
Well,
I've been saying for the last 2 or 3 years, based on telomere shortening, we should be able to get to 120.
Well, they talk about that too, but they've got this research that if we live long enough, they say I can't explain it without reading a lot of notes, but you can turn the clock back 10 years and then you can do it again and you can do it again and you can do it again. You can live a long time doing that. The research is so cutting edge. It's rapidly growing. It has to do with cell manipulation, but they're doing it. And they say if we live long enough, our age, and we might take care of ourselves, we'll be able to experience that. It's pretty amazing.
Is it stem cells?
It's stem cell.
Yeah, we're getting very close to where stem cells.
Yeah.
Well, stem cells have been available for quite some time, but it was a $50,000 one-time hit.
Yeah, and it's still going to be. They say that the rich will afford it first, obviously, but it's pretty interesting stuff.
Well, stem cells are coming down.
Well, they are.
A lot of work there.
Another thing on aging, a lot of the people that study aging research, they talk about certain things, and like I said, the product that I take now is an anti-aging product too. It's been proven for years. But reversatile is another one, obviously, that we know about. But guess what the third one is? And anti-aging doctors are prescribing it for themselves. It's metformin. It's got a lot of, and my functional medicine doctor says it has a lot of anti-aging properties in it. Mm-hmm. And it is one of the things they're using now.
Are we done with the screen share? If we are, I'm going to kill it.
You can kill it.
Okay. There you go. Okay.
Now that this whole telling your story and getting it down to a one-liner, I've got mine. I read it every day on my desk. Mm-hmm. And when she asked me about it Thursday, I'll out there. No, I've got it memorized. Cool. But all that stuff is very interesting, I think, and I do believe it's the way to go.
All righty. Well, that being the case, I'm going to declare it to be Miller time.
Not for me. I'm going to bed.
Well, I haven't had dinner. I haven't had dinner yet.
Well, it's 9 o'clock here, so.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock. So next week we'll just keep right on going and finish off module 3.
There's 2 more, 7 and 8 next week.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And I will do a little bit more about what we're doing in the 8-week program too. I hadn't planned to do any of that tonight. I figured by the time we did Trello and just the 2 modules we did would pretty much eat up most of the hour, which we did. So,
well, most of that immersion seems to be on the stories and defining it. And I mean, that's all so far what I've had with it.
It is. It's just more one-on-one coaching, hand-holding, fine-tuning.
It is.
More one-on-one. Yeah. So. Yeah. All righty.
All right.
All right, everybody. Well, let me kill the recording. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Thanks, Karen. Good job.
Great job, Karen.